Good afternoon to you and our viewers. In fact, we're here in Lichtenburg in the Northwest. We're joining one of four of Cosatu's provincial activations commemorating and actually paying homage to the needs of workers. You must understand that this is an internationally observed day where workers are calling for not only decent wages but also decent working conditions. We expect that as the day unfolds, we'll also see representatives from government and other stakeholders join workers today in this call for decent working conditions for workers. But to contextualize where the province stands in terms of these needs of workers, we're going to speak to Cosatu Provincial Secretary Kopano Kunupi. Kopano, thank you so much for your time. You are gathered here in Lichtenburg. This is one of the four activations in the province. What is this call? What are the decent working conditions and decent wages that we're talking about?
When we talk about decent wages, we talk about people who can live above $1 a day. Because when you look in South Africa, there are many workers who cannot afford to buy a whole food basket on a daily basis. So this is what we call a decent wage. So far, we have achieved the national minimum wage of about 3,500, which has been adjusted in the past year. But we believe that that is not enough because it cannot put sufficient food for the workers on the plate, and that we cannot take care of their whole families and their livelihood. So we talk about a livelihood of people who can be able to just get a whole food basket on a daily basis and can be able to make a savings, can be able to afford transport, can be able to afford accommodation, and can be able to pay the services as required by the municipalities.
We understand that the brunt of the challenges faced by workers is faced by the most vulnerable, domestic workers, petrol attendants, and security guards. How is Cosatu working with these workers to ensure that their salaries are improved and their working conditions are also improved?
This is a very difficult sector to penetrate because firstly, if you look at the domestic sector, every household is an employer. So we are trying to work with our union SABC to organize these workers so that we can be able to do that, organize them. And overall, we are trying to work with the Department of Labor to adjust their sectoral determination to become closer to the national minimum wage and also being above that and making it to be part of the decent wage. If you look at the farm workers, it's again another difficult area because every farm is a workplace and it's very difficult to organize in that area, and they are always exploited by their employers. That is why we have also invited Agri South Africa and Agri Northwest, even though they didn't come and take their memorandum. But in the past 2 months, we have been engaging on an aggressive recruitment campaign in the farms to get them organized in the union so that their rights can be respected. So that is one thing that we must work together with the Department of Labor and with the broader society to make sure that every sector of the workers is protected.
The significance of Lichtenburg is also telling. Remember that it is in this very town where we saw Clover actually pull its resources out of here, leaving workers at a very detrimental state. What do we say about the challenges facing this area? Not only the farming communities, but those dependent on industries operating here.
It is very significant. You should remember that the municipal workers in this municipality only got their August and September pay yesterday. So it is very significant. And if you look at the level of service delivery in this municipality, it's very low. That is why it is very significant. And it is also at the center of the farming communities in the province. That's why we come in here, because the seat of Agri Northwest is in this town. So it is central because it is an agricultural hub. It is central because there's challenges of service delivery. We have seen an outflow of companies. We have seen the municipalities rejecting interventions from the companies which wanted to assist in terms of service delivery. That is why Lichtenburg is very significant, because it's one of our agricultural hubs in the province.
Thank you so much for your time, Kunupi. That is Kopano Kunupi, the Provincial Secretary of Cosatu, explaining to us the array of matters that they're trying to address by bringing this activation to this area. From lack of service delivery to workers in municipalities not getting their due payments on time, to sectors like industries moving out of here because of the sheer lack of service delivery. At this point, we're waiting for all the workers to gather here at the municipal park. From there, their march will actually move to the municipal buildings where they'll hand over a memorandum to those concerned.